Welcome everyone, I'm EroGuySensei, bringing you the news and reviews of adult games from Japan. Before we start, I just want to thank you all. I have reached over 50 subscribers and I'm on my way to 100. I'm happy to see that people are showing interest on my content and want to see more. To celebrate this milestone, I cooked up something special for you today. We are gonna take a look at this beautiful 2D side-scrolling hentai game called Knightess of Sylvain. Nah, I'm just fucking with you. It's a Hearthstone-like card game in 3D environment made with Unity.
Shit just got real.
If you are looking for a good hentai game, this is a far cry from it. Knightess of Sylvain is nothing more than just a desperate attempt to steal you from your money which can be spent on better things. But before I rip this game a new one, it's good to know some background of it that gives justice to the cold words about to come. Knightess of Sylvain is a passion project, I would say. It required a person to extend his knowledge of game development and probably even his own wallet to create this masterpiece that clearly shows effort put into it. Doesn't it? Kegani Laboratory seems to be a single person behind Knightess of Sylvain. Before this title, he made 3 other games. These games by a glance were just projects born from a simple hobby by an amateur game developer, yet they were put on sale just like Knightess of Sylvain. Look, I have nothing against amateur art and games, but if you are gonna sell your game, you better prepare yourself for people to be critical about it when their money is on the line. I for one didn't want to support this game with the little money I have, so this review is based on the demo experience alone. And what an experience it was indeed. First, let's watch the trailer that is supposed to sell you the idea and the game.
Why are we still here? Just to suffer?
So yeah, it's a card game set in 3D environment with hentai elements in it. I'm actually surprised that Kegani was willing to make trailer for his game, seeing how the last 3 games didn't have one. He must have been very proud of this creation.
He said it! He said it! There it is! There it is! Oh, that's why they call it that.
You don't need to play for long to realize that Knightess of Sylvain is just an asset flip game. If you don't know the term, it means that a game is built based on cheap pre-made assets with little to no original work put into it. It's a dirty business practice to quickly produce games that are deceiving and empty from inside, made mostly with an intent to rob you from your money. I'm not saying that Kegani is a dirty asset flipper, he might just be a person who likes to make video games out of passion and love, but doesn't realize the harm he's causing by putting a game on sale that is supposed to be a free time learning project for himself. For little to his defense though, he did put out a trailer for this game, and it doesn't try to hide or sugarcoat the truth. There's also a demo available, though I'm not sure if that's a requirement on DLsite, seeing how every game always have one. In this case, for anyone who is expecting more than what they see here is just as much to blame for losing their money. Now then, we are past the pleasantries and it's time to get critical about the game. Let's start from the title screen. I mean, wow! If I didn't see the trailer or marketing pictures, I would think I was going to be playing some 2D side-scroller, and honestly, I wouldn't mind. This would look beautiful, I think. But again, it's an asset flip game, which means this is all there is to it. It's not like Kegani could do any of this based on his own work. I mean, I just love when I'm greeted with stunningly good looking artwork, only to be disappointed with reality. Again, no hard feelings, Kegani, but you did put it on sale, which means now I need to look at this artwork and ask myself, is this worth $14 you are asking? There are other adult games produced by one person too, which cost less, look better and actually show effort put into them. When I look at this game and realize it asks almost $15 for it, there's just no way Kegani is clueless of what he's doing. I want to hold back and think good of those who have been brave enough to try and learn to make video games, because I know from experience how hard it can be, especially alone. It takes time and great effort to learn art, 3D modeling, coding, animation and more to produce any of what you see here. I totally understand that some people just don't have that time to learn all this, and it's more convenient just to buy pre-made assets, art and even code and create your own game based on them. You can still have passion and show that you try to make a good game. But here we have a game with all the assets purchased straight from Unity store with minimal effort put to everything else. We have absolutely beautiful looking title screen. However, the fonts and their background suddenly drops dramatically beyond this point. All the assets used in the game vary greatly in quality and detail. The two anime characters look like they were taken from a completely different game, and the monsters can't make up whether they want to look decent or something a student made up as a first attempt on 3D modeling. There's a section for the main character that displays animations that you don't even see in the game. When is this girl going to run in a card game where the heroes just stand still, giving orders for their minions? But hey, what do I know? I didn't play the full game. I wouldn't be surprised if this was true though. Kegani probably wanted to add pointless content simply because he got them from an asset pack along with the model. Why waste them when this character clearly was the most expensive thing? And of course Kegani needs to make the game look like it has content. Not in a million years would I expect someone like Kegani to learn to program a decent AI for a card game. It doesn't even exist here, and I can almost bet my money on that this too was just purchased pre-made code for basic elements of card game made with Unity. It's not like the asset store isn't filled with those. It requires some time and dedication to learn to program anything decent. Even I tried to program a card game back in the day while studying C#, which is a programming language Unity uses. But okay, I can hand this one for Kegani. He must be able to do something himself to pull all this together and make it work. This game tries to desperately mimic Hearthstone, which is an established well-known system that plays well for a card game. Why am I not surprised that Kegani doesn't try to create anything original here? You got mana crystals which you spend to cast spells and spawn minions on the arena. The game plays just like Hearthstone but only in 3D environment and with greatly reduced features and what you can do. The AI, if you can call it that, does what it pleases and follows no logic whatsoever. Sometimes it might do something smart, but only by accident. Even if there was a challenge from the AI, it would instantly be taken away by the fact that most of the matches make you fight against an opponent with half the amount of your HP. Because of this, it's super easy to just throw your brain out of the window and just rush the enemy hero without caring to take out his minions first. Every single match I just maxed out my minions as much as I could and just attacked the enemy hero each turn till it was defeated. This worked on each and every match in the demo, which there were 12 in total. There were also pathetic boss battles with a skull mark on them that are supposed to be harder than the rest I guess, but every time it was the normal opponents that proved to be more dangerous. There clearly wasn't any effort or time put into balancing the game. Kegani also just repeated the same model over and over again, only in different armor and size, and called it a new enemy. Makes sense on his part, it would cost him more having to buy new assets, which would be bad, not like he cares about the player experience. Last thing mentioned about the card game, and probably the most frustrating, was the camera. I mean, did Kegani even try to play his own game? He was supposed to enjoy the environment and the characters, but when trying to do so while panning around with the camera, the environment comes in your way, blocking the view. There are even moments where the camera locks on a character for some animation to play, and even that view can be blocked by a tree or something. Enemies spawn outside the default camera angle, forcing you to pan around to some god-awful angle that you don't even like to view the battle from. The biggest joke in all this was that it wasn't even explained that I can zoom out to gain better view. It took me almost half of the demo to realize this feature. But even with this, it's not much of a joy to watch the battle unfold from a distance and see everything small. There's more bad things to talk about in the game, but I'm running out of editing time for this video and I haven't even talked about the hentai yet. The hentai is god awful looking, like straight from someone who studied to draw for a week or two and put their crap on sale that only a mother could dare to call beautiful. Until now everything was purchased. Why couldn't Kegani simply just commission a decent artist to make the hentai for his game? Why did he go great length to empty his wallet for the assets, only to go cheap on the most important thing in a hentai game? Was Knightess of Sylvain really a passion project for his own hentai he wanted the world to see and experience? And if not, did he seriously think this would sell? I want to know what you guys think. This is all the time I have, unfortunately. Let me know if you want me to talk about these type of games in the future. I usually try to find games worth talking about that can be a real interest for some people to play, but having a good cringe or laugh at a really bad game like this one can be a good time every now and then. I make sure that the next game I review, it will be something positive. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like and don't forget to subscribe to learn more about adult games from Japan. If you have a game you wish me to review or talk about, leave the name in the comments. With all said and done, I'll see you in the next video.